The 2 to 5 player Sushi Roll is the dice-based version of the very popular Sushi Go card game. Now, the question that I have is, will Sushi roll its way onto my shelves? I'm Nate, and welcome to my Dice Dungeon, where each and every single video, we are going to take a look at these games and determine whether they stay or they have to go. Playing Sushi Roll is fairly simple. On your turn, you are going to take your dice, you are going to roll them, and you are going to put them back onto your conveyor belt. Now at that time, you can decide whether you want to choose one of your own dice or use one of these tokens. These tokens can help mitigate bad rolls. For instance, the swap token allows you to take one of your dice that you don't want and swap it with an opponent and take theirs, and then you can go and re-roll any of the dice that you want. So you could re-roll 2 of them, you could re-roll all of them if you wanted. It depends on what you want to do, but these allow you to mitigate some of those bad dice rolls. So the dice come in different flavors. The first one just gives you straight up points. So if you roll one of these blue guys here, you get 1 point at the end of the round. These guys will give you 2, and this rare guy will give you 3. Now, a little bit on that later, but there are some things that you can get that allow you to actually multiply your rolls. These are collections that at the end of the round, if you have the most, you get 6 points. If you have the second most, you get 3 points. These dice over here allow you to collect sets of them, and at the end of the round, the more that you have, the better. These dice basically give you extra tokens that you can use to mitigate your rolls. So your swap token that I talked about and your re-roll, that just gives you extras of those. And if you're lucky enough, you can roll a wasabi, which will take one of your nigiri rolls and multiply it by 3 by setting it on top. So the next nigiri roll that you take, you actually get to multiply that by 3, which is very valuable. The last roll is the pudding. And these guys add up at the end of the game. So in between rounds, they don't really do anything. You take these tokens and accumulate them. And then at the end of the game, the most pudding is worth 6, but if you have the least pudding, you get a minus 6 points. The game continues until everybody has gone through all of their dice. So after you select one, and I'll reset that. After you select one and put that on your player card, you rotate the conveyor belt around. That conveyor belt comes here, and this would have 5 on it, and then you would take these, roll them, and select one. So again, these conveyor belts keep going around until you don't have any dice left. You total up everything that you have here on your player board and go for 3 rounds that way. The player with the most points at the end of the game is the winner. Okay, so to wrap this review up, let's talk about Sushi Roll for a minute. Now, this game does have all the flavor and fun that you would expect in a sushi game, much like Sushi Go. The dice have the iconography that reminds you of the artwork of the Sushi Go card game. There are menus and chopsticks which provide mitigation strategies that are very much needed because you're playing a dice game. If you're drafting, you know exactly what's out there, what the cards are. If you're rolling dice, you don't know exactly what's going to come up on every roll. So you need some sort of mitigation, and I will give them credit immensely for providing that, because without that, this game would be definitely worse than it is. We like the conveyor system That was fun to pass the conveyors off to your opponents and pass the dice around. That worked extremely, extremely well. Here's where I have a problem with the game. The fact is that, yes, these do remind you of the Sushi Go card game. They remind you too much of the Sushi Go card game. And the fun that you have looking at the artwork of the Sushi Go card game, where it's much more evident and the artistry is beautiful and well done, and half the reason that you're playing the card game is to get that art. So between Sushi Roll and Sushi Go, it's really a matter of personal preference. Now, to me, the price point makes a huge difference. A copy of Sushi Go, on average, you can get for about $10 now. Sushi Roll is going to run you about $25. Both are very easy to teach, both are very fun, and both are quick to learn and appealing to most players. So if you're going to choose between them, do I like to roll dice or do I like to play cards? That's what it really comes down to. The problem is that this guy exists. Sushi Go Party is the definitive Sushi Go experience, 100% hands down. You cannot match the variety that you find in this game. Sushi Roll will never match what you can find in this tin. In this tin, I have found for about $10 less than this game. And the variety, replayability, and just the amount of content that you get in this game will never, ever, ever be matched by Sushi Roll. So, unfortunately, as much fun as I had playing Sushi Roll through my multiple playthroughs of it, it's not staying on the shelves because I have Sushi Go Party, because I have the very, very portable Sushi Go itself. And this is about the same as a normal, standard, run-of-the-mill board game box. But if I'm going to play Sushi Go, it's going to be with cards. Well, that's all we've got time for here on Cardboard Time. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you later here on Cardboard Time.